everyone, welcome back to Slick's Car Care. This week, as you can see, we've got this gorgeous Aston Martin DB9 in metallic black for the Ceramic Pro Platinum package, which is the top package we offer for Ceramic Pro coatings, and also a wheel refurb with some leather repairs. Let's take a look around the car and see what we're dealing with, and then we're going to get the wheels off and get them shipped down to the wheel specialist for the refurb. So as you can see, the car is covered in swirls, scratches, we've got bug etchings to deal with, we've got some deeper scratches, we have overspray. Obviously the car's had bodywork in its past, it's not a brand new car. And the main objective with this, because the customer is toying between really freshening this up or buying a relatively new car in comparison. So he's opted to get it detailed, get it looking as good as possible so he can enjoy it for a few more years before changing. So obviously we want to try and make it look nearly brand new if possible. We've got a two-stage paint correction to do. We've got the soft top which we've already cleaned that needs protecting. Then we're doing 5 layers of Ceramic Pro 9H, 1 layer of top coat. Once the wheels are back from refurb, they'll be having a coat of wheel and caliper. The calipers will be coated, wheel arches will be coated, all exterior plastics, all the grills. Also the engine bay being coated. Then we've got some leather repairs and a full interior protection to do too. So it's going to be a very busy week. Let's get on with it. Okay, so we've got Joe cleaning up the door shuts and doing the wheel arches. He's already done the engine bay. My first job before I can start polishing is to change the brushes in the LHR 75. If you remember at the end of the last video, this stopped working, it's because the brushes had worn out. So let's get that done. Okay, so that's the LHR 75 fixed. That can go to one side. Now we're going to start claying the car. We're going to be using the Built Amber soft clay. We've ripped off a nice chunk of it. Quite like this stuff because you can use it with water so it doesn't require a clay lubricant. Anyway, yeah, let's get on with that, get the car clayed, and then we can start with the polishing. So there is the claying complete. It just goes to show, even though we're thorough with our chemical decontamination, so our tar removal and fallout removal, there's still contamination left on the car that needs to be removed before you start polishing. But now that's done, it's time to start testing out some different polish and pad combinations, and then we can get cracking with getting this paint cut back. Also as well, this week, we are trying out a new microphone, so if the sound is off or different, then I do apologise, I'm not used to using it yet. So this mounts on the side of the camera all the time, so you'll never see it apart from now. But yeah, so if it sounds a bit off, please excuse me, I will get used to using it. Okay, so Joe's doing a cracking job of cleaning out the arches. He's noticed a few missing screws, which we'll point out to the customer when he picks the car up, and also this flap here being loose. So he's removed it, cleaned it front and back, and is going to refit it for the customer properly. Moving on to the polishing work, I've made a start on the bonnet, and as you can see, this is the kind of the before, and as I move over to the right, you can see here the results that we're getting. So this should look absolutely stunning when it's completed. And the combination that we've used for that, we've used the Roots blue wool pad, the same as we used last time, but I may end up swapping to a microfiber pad depending on how those pads survive. And also then we're using the Scholl E1500 polish. Windows plate on day number 2. Apologies, there's not been too many updates today. We've really been trying to knuckle down and just get on with it. So we have managed today to cut the rest of the bonnet. We've done both wings, we've done the front bumper, we've done the passenger door, the passenger rear quarter, and also done the boot lid. Also as well, the customer has decided to add on having the brake hubs painted, so they're going in nice matte silver, which are masked off and on the second coat as we speak. So we're going to have one more coat tomorrow and they will be done. And also the interior has been cleaned up thoroughly. Every single part of it is absolutely looking immaculate now. So this customer's going to be chuffed to bits with this car when it's done, because it's going to look stunning. Considering how it was when it got dropped off, looking a little bit rough and a little bit neglected, where it leaves here, it's going to be looking brand new. And also as well, I don't know if you can tell, but we've really tried to keep on top of the cleanliness of the place this week. So every single night we're hoovering up, sweeping up, mopping up, just to make sure that the floor is always looking good, everything's as clean and dust free as possible, and that way it should be easier to maintain too. So anyway, enough of me waffling. We're going to do some more filming tomorrow and concentrate a little bit more on that, so you've got more to watch. And then that hopefully should be the end of the cutting tomorrow, ready to start refining on Thursday and start applying coatings. Then we should be able to look at getting the wheels back from the wheel specialist, getting them coated, and really just started to tie the job up and go over some of the finite details too. Okay, so we've got all hands on deck today. We have also had a VW Golf convertible in for a soft top refurb. While that's drying, we've got Deck at the back here. He's polishing the back bumper. And then we've got Joe around this side, working on the side skirt. I myself am working on the driver's door. And once all of these parts are complete, we've got finite cutting to do. So going over the car again, making sure it's absolutely spot on, ready for refinement and coating tomorrow. Okay, so we've started refining the Aston, it's all going very well. I've done half of the boot lid, so you can see the difference in between a refined and unrefined finish. So here is the side that has been cut, looking a bit hazy, dull, it's just lacking that gloss. And then as I come over to the left hand side, look at the difference on that. It's got the clarity, the depth of colour. Excuse the white marks at the top, I've just not wiped it properly. But yeah, really, really happy with that. We've just got the rest of the car to do. Okay, so the paintwork's now refined. It's looking absolutely stunning. Joe's working on the back end, doing some hand polishing in the fiddly areas. Now, while he's doing that, I'm going to tackle the soft top. This needs 2 coats of waterproofers. I'm going to do the first today and the second tomorrow. Right, so we had a quick change of plan last night. We actually didn't put the coatings on, so we're going to do that first thing this morning. The reason why we didn't want to do that is because we're doing 5 layers, which is a lot to do. I might have said previously in the video we're doing 3. We're not, we're doing 5. So I didn't want to rush it. You don't want to be left with high spots or anything like that. You want to take your time and make sure you get the job right. So we're going to do 5 coats this morning, do another coat on the roof, refit and coat the wheels, coat the calipers, coat everything. Today is coating day, so let's get on with that. Right, so the first thing to go on is 9H. As I've stated in the previous clip, we have got 5 layers of this to do, and we break the car down to 4 parts to do this. So we do the bonnet, the roof and the boot, a side each, and then the bumpers as well. We do 5 layers and then take it off with the last layer, so I'll show you how we do that now. Okay, so that's the bodywork coated with all 5 layers of 9H. We've also coated the roof with its second layer. Joe's just doing the final finishing touches on the paintwork, just making sure that's absolutely spot on. While he's doing that, to be most efficient, I am going to start protecting the leather on the inside, which has already been pre-cleaned earlier in the week. Okay, so the Aston, obviously we've already said, is wearing all 5 layers of 9H. The interior is now also coated. The glass coatings are going on. The wheel coatings have been done. The wheel arches have been done. The engine bay has been done. So all we've got left to do after the glass coat is on is put the top coat on and do the finishing touches like your interior glass, tyre dressings, all that sort of thing. And all your very small fettling bits, getting all the dust out of the nooks and crannies. And then the car will be ready for collection. Right, so that marks the end of the week at Slits Car Care. It's 5 days spent with 2 of us on this car, so it's really had some good hours put into it, and the results really speak for themselves, to be honest. So obviously we've done our 2-stage paint correction, we've done a full interior deep clean, we have done 5 layers of Ceramic Pro 9H, 1 layer of top coat on the paintwork. We have coated the freshly refurbished wheels, thanks to the wheel specialist, with Ceramic Pro wheel and caliper, and also the calipers as well. We have coated the wheel arches with Ceramic Pro Strong. We have coated the engine bay with Ceramic Pro Strong. We have coated the interior leather. We have done the interior carpets, the interior plastics, and loads of other details as well. So it's looking really, really sharp now. Before I do the outro cinematics, I just want to say thank you very much for watching yet again. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and we'll catch you next week.